the greatest football team.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Miami Dolphins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by the rookie. And he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, Chiefs.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their power places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A gain of 4 that that time as the drive continues.
Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins, nothing. Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas
Now after
City.
the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old-school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, back to Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
The Dolphins at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Willis looking to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Trying to find Greg Dulcich there. But now it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's completed to Caldwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Given 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Butker's kick here is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw, Willis. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Willis to throw.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion.
And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. "51 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Rice. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Hold in here, Caldwell.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 14-yard line.
Now Mahomes.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Chiefs had 6 to their lead.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Willis out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Now Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a... And he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. Oh, he shifts past him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Mahomes now just 1 misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
This is 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here's Willis. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line.
Willis on the option to the right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Willis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Willis.
And this pass broken up.
The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And Walker once more.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Smith up the middle. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. They find some open field here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Chiefs 27, Dolphins nothing. Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Out route complete to Dulcich.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
It's now third.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Fourth down, Willis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
18-yard line.
To throw, here's Willis.
Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Willis will look to pass again here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
H.M.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Devon H.M. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
39-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kansas City.
Kenneth Walker, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Butker
on for the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Chiefs 34, Dolphins 6. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Washington on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task. Down the left sideline. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Greg Dulcich, 67 yards. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off.
And now it's blocked. Oh, the Chiefs have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally scored. Can't even kick the extra point.
And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators, because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now in defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's laid out deep for Rice. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Smith trying to run for it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
Another try for Smith.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they'll go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
A 23-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That's good.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Willis out of the gun.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now Willis to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer.
That makes the score Chiefs 37.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
131 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
36-yard line.
Inside handoff, Smith.
Oh, that one well designed, as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Smith catches left side. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
A gain of 15.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A handoff to Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Rashard Smith.
A 15-yard touchdown run. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 24.
Dolphins 20. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Butker now to kick this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point
Willis to try and throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Chiefs 44, Dolphins 26. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he will have a Chiefs first down.